So, hi guys. We rolled a natural one, on our easy anti-cheat check, and the stream went down there for a little bit. So we're back. We're live and back. And
That is already blaming me. It was not my fault. I promise. It was not me.
it was absolutely RNG's fault. He went over and stole our producer's internet. Just stole it. Just looked him dead in the eye and said, "I'm taking your internet, bro."
There's nothing you could do.
There's
But now it's
nothing.
back.
Yeah, it's back, and we're gonna take a couple minutes just to make sure everybody, comes back and says, we don't want anybody to miss the end, the finale. We have 2 matches left to go. So I'm just gonna get right into the catalog 5 facts that I have. And these are my favorites. These here are my favorites of everything that we've talked about. So, a precursor to goo pods, which are in game. There's a precursor to that. And it was called the Ice Gun. The Ice Gun. It never made it to launch, obviously. It never made it to whatever. But there is a screenshot that we have for this. The Ice Gun was... You could freeze other spies with it, but you could also freeze the ground in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the meta of the time was Larson using the Ice Gun, because you could freeze the ground in front of you and then slide at really high speeds. Larson ice skating across the map.
I would have loved to see that.
That was the meta of the time, or when it was being play tested, right? One of the really interesting ways that you could use this is back in the day, another little tidbit here. Back in the day, in order to extract, instead of it being a passive zone you had to stand in around the vehicle, you had to interact with the car for a period of time.
Oh.
That's what you had to do.
So you couldn't shoot back when somebody was attacking you?
Someone could force you off of it, force you off the car by using the Ice Gun.
Oh.
And making you slide away.
That must have looked hilarious. Just like, okay. Just
Yep.
trying to get in the door and just sliding away like in one of those YouTube shorts.
My takeaway from this is still ice skating Larson doing a skate by and then stealing things from people and continuing on. That's still my headcanon behind.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious. I would have loved to see that.
So I wanted to also point out something, that this catalog is Cav and Larson oriented. Are we...
Canonically, they're love interests, I believe.
Yeah, they are. They are canonically love interests. This was confirmed by Barry Bandit in a live stream.
So this is going to be quite fitting, and from what we can see in the lobby, it's also almost a 50-50 split of Larson and Cav, if I see that correctly. So probably no player will have to go without a partner. Everybody can just...
So it looks like Helene has crashed.
Oh, okay, I see.
It looks like Helene has crashed.
That's unfortunately the nature of this evening.
Yeah, that's
As
just...
fun as the game is, public custom lobbies are notorious for having technical issues every once in a while, and rejoining lobbies specifically can make it difficult. Like once a lobby is established, leaving that lobby and then trying to build one up again for some reason, the game doesn't like it and makes it difficult. In the Cav and Lost matchup, who is your favorite there?
My favorite
Yeah.
And that is going to be. So, by the way, everyone, it looks like we are. I'm correct. We're restarting the match. Is that okay? Yes, we are restarting the match. In that, oh, it's so hard. Actually, they're both such good agents, right? Between Cav and Larson, that's tough. I feel Cav, in terms of raw power, probably has the edge there. Just in sheer raw power. But Larson's ability to escape is just near unmatched, right? So I don't know. It depends on who has the if we're talking about the package, it's just weird. But before that, oh god, I feel like they're really evenly matched.
Absolutely.
Probably more so than any other pairing that we've seen today.
It's definitely close. I think with Vigil and Squire were also very close power-wise.
I can agree with that.
But like those two agents at least had like they had very similar strengths. Where I think Larson and Cav excel at different things. So like Cav obviously has amazing power, and also depending on what passive you pick, can have a really good way to escape or traverse the map. Whereas Larson always has a great escape, especially if there's no neutralize. Being in the game, and he can steal a package, which that might come into play here. It hasn't so far in this tournament, but I think if it ever comes into play, it's going to be this round.
Now, I will say that Cav with passive one, a very, very good Cav can catch up with a Larson.
That is true.
With passive
very true,
one.
yeah.
So that is now they have to be basically exceptional with it and know all the rules behind passive one. Which passive one is? It's the charge kick, right? That makes you move faster.
The Tiger Sleep.
Yeah, Tiger Sleep. And so you basically have to know the jank behind it and what causes it to not work right sometimes. And not everybody really knows every circumstance in which it doesn't work. I sure. So it'll be interesting to see who chooses what. Now, you're right. I think we are kind of at a very much even split. By the way, I think you're right about that.
Which I think that does make sense because both characters are comfort picks for a lot of the players, and I think like none of the characters is like very clearly weak to another character. I think we do have a
little bit more Larson than Cav. It might be a 5-3 split.
Might be a 5-3 split. Yeah, it's obviously you never really know. Obviously, it's kind of dependent on who the players are. It's not necessarily a statement on how good those agents are. It can also just be that we have more mains of Larson than compared to Cav. So actually, seeing this, there's a lot more Larson than I thought. There's 2 Adams, and then there are 6 Larsons, if I saw that correctly.
2 Cavs, yeah.
Sure, yeah.
It's late night over there, isn't it? Well, not quite late night, but it's
not quite. But,
yeah. All right, let's get everybody.
So another thing that happened
spectators off.
in this season is that we got map variants. Like here, this is for example the night variant. The night variant on this map is interesting in that it has 2 VIPs running around. There's a Luana, who is the standard VIP for Fragrant Shore, and then also there's a Sebastian Garcia. So that might mean that somebody might look for the vault not the vault entrance, the retinal scanner again. It is much easier to find a VIP now to make that happen.
Yeah. Just looking around, we got a bunch of people. You know, that's one of the things about Fragrant Shore that I think makes it a strong map. Is it? Spawns are always a little bit of an issue in every DI map, especially with large lobbies. Yeah. But Fragrant Shore, nowadays, seems to have it mostly right. It used to be that people would cluster up around A, B, mostly around A. But they switched some stuff up, and it got better after a while.
Absolutely, yeah. I really love Fragrant Shore. It's a great map in my opinion. It's really like so much fun to play on it.
Is that the Ace main in you talking? That's what it sounds like to me.
Well, I'm completely unbiased. No, but like in actually, like I really there's a lot of it that I like, but we'll get into that later. Lane actually takes the kill on First Glitch right there. First Glitch gaining some heat from killing some guards, and Lane making quick work of his opponent.
Lane capitalizing on the fact that he crashed earlier. I say capitalizing it like it has anything to do with it, but for Lane, it is a good thing we restarted. He gets the kill on First Glitch.
Felpno dropping right in front of Dunker, so Dunker will know that there's a player here, and I don't think Felp spotted him. Yeah.
I'm not sure if Dunker... Oh, no, Dunker did spot him. Yeah.
But Felp was already looking that direction, so he wasn't caught off guard.
Dunker
third buddy by Sheldon now.
Dunker using passive 2, which is an interesting play. And then, Sheldon getting the...
And Gusu Games crouching close by. There's no way anybody saw Gusu Games there. There are 4 people by this little bathhouse right there.
See, I said that they fixed the thing at A where people spawned close together, but that didn't stop them from all running over there, though.
This might be one of those differences that you have to public lobbies, because we have observers here, which obviously don't participate in the game, but they do increase...
They can affect the spawn. Yeah.
They can affect the spawns because suddenly there are technically 10 players in a lobby, so spawn points might cluster up a bit more, or it's just coincidence. Who can really tell?
Sheldon walking into...
A.
I'm not sure if this vault has been taken.
Oh, yeah. It looks like it.
Yeah, it's been taken. Let's see. He's sitting outside of A.
Just waiting for Sheldon to come out. He probably knows that there's still somebody around.
Yeah, almost certainly.
Also, another interesting thing, Goose has the third expertise. He knows that somebody died in the bathroom, or like in the toilet stall. So he could actually go over and scan the body, but I think he chose to not do that.
Yeah.
Sheldon now actually going the same direction that Goose went in, but I think they're so far apart at this point they're probably not gonna see each other.
Yeah, I don't think that's an encounter, but Senior Beef and Dunker fighting in a green room, both using their expertise to poof away.
But Dunker just actually decided to stay in the green room where Senior Beef made an escape, and is now being trailed by Flick. I'm not sure if Flick saw who he turned into. No, he probably missed it. And now Flick is running into Lane. A lot of collisions early on. This is much more than I anticipated. We have 3 people meeting on the plaza.
I don't think Lane knows. Yeah.
Probably not. Like watching this, it would have been very difficult to tell that Flick was a player there.
Lane guessing incorrectly outside of a green room. Having some heat. Muffin commentating.
Yeah. Lane making a blink at...
Muffin did not like that play from Lane at all.
Senior Beef not getting the second terminal online.
But
low
Dunker,
health and B.
Very low health, and Dunker getting the elimination on him.
Oh, actually though, yeah, I mean he was down to 60 health, so that was probably not too difficult right there. With only 1 terminal remaining, I wonder where that is, because I think somebody's already has been in the boat. On the boat,
yeah,
somebody has
Shell's
been
in the boat right now.
And
Shell's
A
in the
as
boat
well.
right now, and it's not there. Someone's been at A. I wonder if it's in the
must be the hotel then.
Yeah.
Because we saw
The hotel
Elaine
is-
enter E earlier. That's where Elaine killed, I believe it was First Glitch.
Yeah. So if you don't like being at E for the last terminal, the second worst one is B. B is really far away too. E is worse, but B is pretty bad.
Not only is it far away, it's also positioned in a way where the fastest path to the vault leads you by so many open spaces. You have to run across the plaza, you have to
Exactly.
run across the wide open road. But that's not gonna matter, because Danke does what we talked about earlier and takes the VIP to enter the vault prematurely without having to hack the last terminal.
Yeah.
Now he does have one blue card, so he can continue to run into the vault once it's opened. But after that, hacking right here is definitely very risky because people will know to look out for the VIP, and I think Sheldon already does that. Takes the initiative and gets him down to 36 health. Dunker faking it and making
Sheldon saw that. Yep.
making the way around through the food, down to 50 health now. I would be surprised if Dunker survives this
Someone's
though.
gotta,
Sheldon is very lethal. Down to 18 health. Yeah, there's
Sheldon
no
killing
one.
Dunker. Yep.
So now we have Lane, very close to the vault. Hasn't found a printer yet. And then Sheldon with both keycards. A floor above, but pretty much in the same position, just
But Sheldon
Up the
also
stairs.
does not have a maker. Helene has found one in the downstairs. Doesn't have enough intel yet, but he's working on it.
yeah. Yeah, this room always, it does have a lot of intel in those drawers, but you have to open all of the drawers. There's usually one pack, so you will have to go
You used to
through all
have
of
very
them.
little. You used to have
Yeah.
very little in that room. Looks like Helene will end up getting. Yeah, Sheldon doesn't hear it. He's going upstairs.
Yeah.
So Helene will probably end up with his hands on the package.
You don't think anybody else? Actually, Flick is here. Flick is here and has his eye on the printer. I don't think Eileen saw Flick or
Oh, yeah.
anything.
I don't think so either. So in Flick, oh boy.
Was that in? Oh no, it was not. The door's gonna close right in front of Flick's face.
Yeah.
I thought Flick might be playing with P2 there. P2 would have made it so that upon cover break, he would have dropped the gold card, and that would have been a free entry for Flick instead of for Lane, but that's not what happened. And now Lane grabs the package.
I feel like Flick may have played that a little wrong. I feel like he should have closed on the door before opening fire. I think that would have been the better way.
It was certainly a difficult call to make for sure. Also,
Yeah.
Eileen is now in the same room as Flick, just up the stairs, but Flick doesn't really see that yet. And as well as Sheldon now also having a gold card. Yeah, there's the fight right there.
Yeah,
Both
Helene
fighting blows.
wanted to play that. Helene wanted to play that differently because he didn't have his expertise. But unfortunately, Shell will get the kill on him.
Those were
Fortunately
so
for Shell.
difficult shots to hit. And Shell getting away with 32 health. He will have to run to food, but he doesn't want to go to the auditorium right there.
Yep.
Actually, he makes up
Have to find a way.
Goose is in the same room now. This might be might end up dastardly for Shell.
Oh. Shell's
he got
expertise
more
is not
damage.
quite up yet. Yeah, he got more damage on
think-
Goose than Goose got on him. Yeah.
Yeah. If you were Goose, what would you do here? Would you continue to push or?
I would. I would push. I would push if I were Goose. I would, if nothing else, than to spook people into slowing the game down a little bit.
Okay.
I would be looking. Well, see, I also wouldn't be running E3 if I were playing Cap. Point.
Yeah,
But
I'm very curious about the E3 pick. Definitely the most.
if I was playing E1, I'd be pushing more often because I'd be trying to I'd be trying to slow the game down. Point by using
Absolutely.
E1 to get some idea of.
Absolutely. So Goose now his cover was broken by Flick, so Goose now knows that there's another player around, as well as Flick knows the same. I think we have 3 players who all know that there are 3 players alive. Obviously Sheldon can
I think you're
scan,
right.
and Goose and Flick have just traded the one exchange there, so that they know of each other. Which makes the end game
They
quite
may
interesting
wonder
because-
if they may wonder if there's more than 3. That is
Yeah.
something that might.
That's very true, but it makes the endgame very interesting because obviously in pursuit of the case, you don't want to reveal your own position right here. So they might play this differently now knowing that there's another player around.
All three need this match. Flick
Yes.
to kind of cement a first place. Goose and Sheldon to challenge Flick.
Absolutely, absolutely, that is correct. So again, the scoreboard, Flick has a massive lead with 14 points. Probably nobody will catch up this game, but they can.
They can make a dent in that lead by winning. They can make
Yeah.
a dent in the lead.
Yes. Actually, it's 15 points. My bad. Sheldon and Flick in the same room. Sheldon upstairs, and Flick probably doesn't know where he is. Decides to drop down and initiate on Flick right there. Gets a lot of damage and it forces Flick to. To poof.
Goose is not in a place to third party, so but Flick gets the kill on Sheldon.
That is very unexpected. I think Flick might have.
I thought that was gonna go. Yeah.
I
think you're
probably
right.
found a plate of food somewhere. I'm not entirely sure. I think I missed it. But
So
Flick took so much damage early on.
Yeah, so right after Flick killed him, he was at 86 health, so he was at 61, so he definitely ate some.
Yes.
He found some food somewhere. And he's that purple food chip, so I'm gonna guess he probably ate two different pieces of food. That's a good amount of health right there. Now, Flick versus Goose, Cav versus Larson.
Friend
And
versus friend, really. Also,
duos,
number, like-
partners, a gaggle divided.
Yeah. We have also first place versus second place right here. With Flick coming in third and Goose running up to him right here. That is going to be a very aggressive exchange from Flick. Missing his weapon
Goose
top
got
right
Goose
there.
got the better end. Goose got the better end of that, but it depends heavily on what Goose does next. Because suddenly it has taken so long that Flick is elbow deep in the vault, but there's a called vehicle now.
Also, I made a mistake. It's First Glitch actually is in second place right now, and Goose coming in third with 1 point behind First Glitch. Going back to the last play, I can understand why he did it. It's a very difficult call to make, but I would have liked to see Goose push there. Flick was down to half health, and I don't like that there's gonna be another engagement where Flick might have the upper hand just by like laying an ambush. I mean, now Goose obviously traced Flick, so he will know where he is. He can plan his escape. Decides to do a spy check, but ends up hitting the wrong person. And Flick
Flick
hiding
running
in the
up
corner.
here.
Yeah.
Flick running up here is 9 times out of 10. I hate leaving the vault this way.
Okay.
But, and it's
Why is that?
because of what can happen above you, right? You don't end up having air
Mm-hmm.
superiority ever. But, that being said,
Yeah.
clearly
One
Flick has
thing-
gotten away with it.
One thing that leaving that way will do, however, is that if they're a bit behind you, as in like they will exit the vault later, they cannot really do anything because you cannot establish a line of sight on that player leaving through coast side.
Yeah, that's true.
If you were Flick in this situation, what's your goal right here? What's your game plan?
I would fake C. That's what I would do. I would flat out fake C, act like I'm going to C, and then just walk past.
Okay, so would you not change the car spot?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't actually do it, no. I would fake like I was going to C, being right on it, and then walk back.
Okay. Well, what
Because
Flick does-
I think that Goose would catch me, but he would be like rushing. That's one thing that about end games like this. is if someone has to hurry, they're almost always at a disadvantage.
That is very true, yeah, that is very true. Flick taken a lot of damage, his forced the
Yeah.
expertise away, and Goose barely took any damage. 93 health,
Yeah.
that's really not too bad. If Goose knows where Flick is right now, he's probably gonna be able to take the fight and win. This is where expertise 3 comes in handy. Scanning the package will reveal Flick. However, Goose doesn't have a lot of bullets anymore, he's about to run out.
And Flick has gotten mostly healed. So
That is true as well. I'm not sure if I see that correctly. I think Flick doesn't have any bullets right now. Like in his weapon, meaning if he equips his
It's-
weapon, he will toss it, break in his own
Yeah.
cover. He needs to keep that in mind. Unless it might be a spectator bug that I'm not aware of.
could be a spectator bug, or I can't imagine he's just running around holding a gadget. But
It's
it's
possible.
possible. It's possible.
But you do see
yeah.
the icon not flare up.
But if
the
he can
icon-
throw, I mean, if he can immediately switch to weapon and get a throw, I don't know how well that works, but if he can, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Goose, while looking for intel and health and ammo right now, obviously needs to make sure to not move away too far from the extraction point, because if you do that, you might just hand Flick the victory if Flick routes correctly.
Goose is so far away and is walking away, he's gonna have to rush. Maybe not
He does
super
have
rush,
P1
but rush
though.
a bit. He does have a little bit, yeah, he does have a little bit of time. And Goose is doing the right thing by going up. He is doing the right thing going up. It's just a matter of... Oh. I don't know.
This is gonna be difficult. He will have to bounce pad onto the construction site, and then it's really gonna come down to who can land his shots. Flick might actually... No, he cannot deny
Flick doesn't get, yeah.
Another bounce pad.
Goose had his bounce pad, yeah. Flick takes a massive amount of damage, down to 26 health.
Massive. But Goose doesn't have many more bullets in the gun.
Yeah.
Might be
Goose
able to
basically
scan.
Can't miss.
Oh no, 5 bullets remaining for Goose.
Now, a charge melee will take Flick out. That is one thing.
That is true. And that is what
That's it.
happened!
That's what happened. Goose gets the
playing
win.
Expertly around the cover right there. That is very well played by Goosey Games. That's honestly, I will have to say, interesting use of E3 Cav E3 there.
Yeah, I mean,
did not expect to see that. I'll be honest.
it's one of the better uses I've ever seen. Yeah.
Stop the unstoppable.
I was very just like
Yeah.
mentioned in chat. This was very close to the end of the round. It was
Yeah.
almost nobody would have gotten any points. I mean, sorry, like nobody would have fixed.
Well, once Goose gets the kill, I think the scrims rule is once Goose gets the kill, it's okay.
It's
like-
okay, exactly. But so
Yeah.
I think what Flick wanted to do there was just like last as long as the timer, and like last as long as the timer. Really, just make the match run out.
Yeah, well,
hand over more
at that
points
point, I mean,
necessary.
yeah, exactly. At that point, he has to not die to Goose at that point.
That I mean, yeah, we might see Flick being dethroned here. I think Goose doesn't have enough points to quite make it up to first place yet.
But he can possibly take it in the next match if he has a great match.
Exactly.
And if Flick has a mediocre match, but Goose has a great match, there's a chance.
If we see another endgame like this one, it's gonna be very interesting. If we see an endgame where Flick versus Goose, again, like where both people are alive at the in the end when
Yeah.
the package has been grabbed, it's gonna be very, very interesting to see what they will do.
Our last match, just to factor that in, it is on hard sell. It's hard sell morning. That is the last map we haven't gone to twice, and is the variant we haven't gone to. And this one is going to be just no theme other than yesterday was DI's second birthday. And I had an opportunity in the main Discord to talk about my feelings about DI. I wrote a big wall of text. Renji, I want to hear what it means to you. What does DI mean to you?
DI is, I've said that before, is my favorite game. I've played it a lot. I continue to play it even though we are in a bit of a rough spot right now. I've really, really, really enjoyed the game. I believe it has a lot of depth that has only like we as a community have only scratched the surface of what the game has to offer. I'm really, really grateful for Spire Scrims as well, because it gives us a space to experiment and push the game forward, become better players at it. And yeah, I mean, I'm okay. Sorry, I'm cracking up at the
hats
the
are pretty.
cake, the birthday cake.
Yeah, there's the birthday cake right there. Here's the cake.
Like, this is cake where I don't mind that that there are no candles in there. I will say that.
I mean, I'm indifferent. One thing I wanted to point out, just as long as we were doing kind of like, talking about DI, the thing that I have appreciated about DI the most has been how it has brought people together. There are friendships that I've made, and I know a lot of other people have made friendships that will last a lifetime. I feel the need to point out, because it's a pretty obvious thing. You and Soph finding each other is just a wonderful story, honestly.
Yeah.
It's not the most heartwarming story, especially at the beginning, because but it is a wonderful story.
So everybody that doesn't know, Soph is my girlfriend who I met over a DI, and yeah, we would not have met without this game. She does not live in the same country as me, and there's no way that we would have ever connected if it wasn't for DI.
Absolutely. That's why we're talking about this story over a spinning cake. Yeah, shout out to Soph. Shout out to Soph. Soph's in chat. I think she's still in chat, but shout out to Soph. I've made really great friendships, and here, including you, Renji. I am so happy that we get to do this together, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All this time later, even though it doesn't feel like it hasn't actually really been that long, all this time later, we get to do this. We get to come together and we get to celebrate this wonderful game that brought us all together. It's amazing. It's wonderful. My cup runneth over. It's...
Yeah, I mean, I can just say the same. I'm very grateful for the game.
Are we ready to see some scores? So we can see what happens.
I'm very curious to see how this has turned out. Now, obviously, Flick has obviously had a lot of kills in this round, and Goose now pulling up to 32 points, now 12 points behind Flick. So this is not an insurmountable lead.
12s. We've seen 12s. We've seen higher than 12 even.
Yep.
It would require Flick dying early. It would require Flick not getting into the vault, not getting any terminals, or if he does, only one of those things happening. And then Goose having just the match of his life. I'm not going to say flat out that First Glitch is out of it. He'd have to be near perfect.
That is true, because right now he would actually have to have the maximum amount of points that you can have, and then Flick could not enter the vault. If that happens, then the maximum points that you can earn per game is 17. If Flick doesn't enter the vault, then Glitch might take it. That being said, though, the fight for second and third place is still very competitive, because those people are not far away point-wise. So you have Goose 4 points ahead of First Glitch, and then First Glitch 2 points ahead of Ihelaine. And we've seen some really good games from those players, so this might be the last breakup right here.
So the one thing that we should point out with this point total, right, this point differential, is the win will not earn you 4 points. It'll earn you 6. That could give Goose, or potentially, if Flick has a really bad game, potentially First Glitch, the chance. That could give them the chance. That's an extra 2 points. It's
Yeah.
not impossible, and it became a little bit more possible with the
Absolutely.
So
So
extra
meaning
points
that if you
associated
grab
with it.
if you grab package and win with it, that will be 8 points. Actually, it will have to be 9 points because you will have to have entered the vault. So
Yep.
9 points for quote unquote just grabbing package and winning. That is a lot of points that you will make. That is more points than many people would make like in a good round. So
Yeah.
first place is still like it's not clear who will take it.
All right. I started at the worst spot you can start spectating from on this map, so it's gonna take me a second to get over there to where I need to go.
Oh yeah, that is a very bad spot.
Yeah.
One more difference that this map has over the night map is that on Hard Cell Day you won't have fireworks, which I mean it makes
Right.
sense. Obviously, fireworks are are typically associated with the night. Also, it might cover up some sounds that you will hear because, at least for me, even after all the time that I play, sometimes I will hear those fireworks on the night map and think that somebody is shooting or some fighting is going on before I realize, oh no, it's just a map. But like environmental audio.
Yeah. So I'm looking and I'm watching. Okay.
Nobody is
I
immediately
was
making,
gonna say first glitch wasn't moving for a little bit there, but we're good.
nobody's immediately making any progress towards B, towards the blue room. But having said that, Eileen is already in B, trying to get enough intel
There's
to
a
go.
fight between Felp and Senior Beef.
Oh, yeah. and
Felp will take out Senior Beef. Senior Beef's tournament is over.
That, I mean, like with what we've seen from Phelps today, that is
Felp's got a
like
ton
I don't
of-
want to say it's to be
like-
expected. I don't want to.
Yeah, Phelps has got a ton of kills.
Yeah,
He hasn't quite been able to clinch up and get a victory, a victory, but he has gotten a lot of kills.
yeah. When it
It
comes
feels
to
like his
1v1ing,
leaderboard. Yeah, it feels like his leaderboard position will not end up reflecting, to some extent, how well he actually did. Because he's gotten some really, really, really difficult kills.
absolutely, yeah. Flick actually, I just saw, is opting to play Madam E2. He has one of his comfort picks, and E2 is probably gonna allow him to play very, very safely.
Yeah, exactly.
Flick just barely
Flick-
missing the spy check, actually. Who's entering the C blue door, a blue room, right next to Danke. He could have flicked into Danke, but he didn't, causing Danke to get away. There wasn't a fight there. I thought there was going to be a collision there right now.
Felp coming and getting my spy pack.
And now colliding with Eileen. Eileen ran into... Oh, Eileen might have seen that. Phelps just took
I don't
Eileen's
know.
cover, but... probably
Eileen may
not.
have been through it. Eileen may have been through it already. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
A little surprised. Oh, Goose and first glitch on each other.
Yes.
Okay. Goose has been eliminated and will not win the tournament. First glitch has a chance. It's not mathematically impossible. It is very difficult.
Very difficult, but second place is very much up for grabs right now.
Yeah.
Who's going out like this? Like, he must be kicking himself for that. I'm sure he did not expect that at all.
Yeah.
I find that...
Yeah, it's. I mean, at the same time, Goose has his tournament win. There's no chance in the world that Goose overall about Spire Scrim's tournaments feels bad.
No, absolutely not. No.
And second,
Like,
second
if
or
performance-
third,
yeah.
second or third is in this lobby is nothing to scoff at. So
Absolutely not. No. Goose, I'm pretty sure once this tournament is over, is very happy. Can be very happy with this result.
yeah, to light it up so well in the first two matches, that was impressive, right? Not taking anything away later on.
Yeah, Fragrance was very well
very
played.
impressive start. Very impressive start.
Yeah. We have Danke running away from Ahilane. I'm not quite sure why that is. Or maybe Ahilane wasn't in the blue room there. I'm not. It was difficult to see. No, Ahilane was in the blue room. Not a lot is happening right now. I think everybody is pretty spread out. Especially now that there was no collision in E.
Yeah.
So,
Once you start to get down to like 6 people, you stop running into as many people on Hard Cell, because Hard Cell is one of those maps where it's actually not the most gigantic map in the world. It really isn't. But because there are so many corners and twists and turns and different rooms, and it is possible to just not run into somebody.
Many areas don't have a very long line of sight. Actually, Sheldon getting the jump on and a lot of damage on First Glitch, but First Glitch being able to heal up using the Observer Spy Cache right there. That's one of the things that we allowed, because it would be impossible to enforce somebody not taking the Spy Cache.
Yeah.
Sheldon now entering the garage door the garage as well. But he couldn't spot out First Glitch, and I think First Glitch just makes his escape here. Slowly walking away, not looking too panicked.
First Glitch must escape in order to have a chance. And so basically, to some extent, the people you got to watch here are it's First Glitch and Flick. The others are, they're not playing for first. Now, that being said, every single one of these players has had a fantastic moment today.
Absolutely. And one thing that not playing for first does to you is it lifts off the pressure.
Yeah.
When you are in serious contention to still get the first place, you will become much more nervous, much more self-conscious about what you should do.
And when we talk about these tournaments, we don't just talk about who won. We also talk about who had a crazy good play.
Exactly. And we could see some crazy good plays from some of those players because they know that, they can just go out swinging, go down swinging, right? If you have a really
why not try? Exactly. Why not? Yeah. The pressure's off. You can't win. Why not have a personal victory and wipe a lobby impressively? Why not try it for that? Yeah.
Exactly. Danke now getting the last terminal done, meaning the vault will be open. And Flick actually just choosing to do nothing. He knows that he has a massive point lead right now, and he really doesn't want to collide with anybody.
If he steps into a vault, right, that
it's probably gonna do that at one point, yeah.
No, he did. He just walked in and walked out. He got the ages.
Okay, I understand.
Felp out of cover and up against First Glitch. Felp and First Glitch up against each other, and First Glitch in a little bit of trouble. 5 health. A lot of trouble. First Glitch will be eliminated, which means Flick, there's a 99% chance that Flick has won this tournament.
Yes.
But this game, however, is not over yet. Felp getting a really impressive elimination on First Glitch. Again, Felp will probably finish in a lower position than it feels like he should, because he has played really well today.
Yeah. Danke taking out Ahilane right there. And I think Sheldon was coming up behind them. Sheldon must have heard the sirens of the out-of-cover agent going through the metal detector. But he decided not to act on that and just decides to stay outside the vault.
Flick on Felp.
Honestly, if anybody takes down Flick, it's probably gonna be Felp. That being said, though,
Flick takes him out.
Yeah.
That is a big elimination for Flick.
He is half health and doesn't really have many ways to heal himself. Obviously, there's a lot of food around, but no, actually, Danke decided not to chase much.
And he also does not have his food chip, which would have gotten him full there. It would have gotten him full there if he had it.
Exactly. It's interesting to see, actually, now that I only noticed that now Sheldon is playing with the Sharvis' second passive, meaning he will have access to overhealth. So his idea is probably just to camp and play very passively and then just muscle his way through any 1v1 just because of the increased health pool.
Yep. Dunker is printing will almost
Dunker is
certainly be
printing.
the one with the package, and
Yes.
that's the thing. It doesn't take Dunker. If Dunker wins this match, he sails upward in the points, right?
Absolutely.
He
yeah.
was like, I think he was like 7th. He was 8th for a long time, and then he moved into 7th. The person behind him was Senior Beef. Senior Beef's already been eliminated. So it's a matter of where does Dunker end up, and we'll see. Dunker, Flick,
Yes.
and Shell is a fun ending.
Especially
too, I
Felt.
have to say.
Yeah. The Dunker with grabbing podium now is like in a good position to like to get into 4th place. Like
Yeah,
5th place,
potentially.
4th place. That's very possible.
Yeah.
And there's no one around to challenge him in the vault, if I see that correctly. I think Sheldon is very happy to stay sitting so that his social battery activates overhealth. And Flick
And
just
Flick
does not want to enter
Flick
the vault.
doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. Flick does not
doesn't.
need it. He got a kill. He entered the vault. He has to know that mathematically he's in a good spot.
Yes, yeah. So, even I'm not sure if Flick knows that Gusu Games is alive, is dead. He might have seen his body, but even if he hasn't, he will know that the point differential is so large that it will be very difficult to catch up now.
The other thing too is Flick is going to try to win. He absolutely will. Like,
Yeah.
Flick, he probably does know that he has won, but he will try to win. We have seen Flick run up the score on a solo scrunch before. We have seen this before.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So-
He's a very talented player, no doubt.
Yeah.
Sheldon now deciding to push Dunker actually instead of waiting outside of the vault. That's quite interesting.
I don't hate that play. Honestly, I don't. If you know you need to make something happen,
Yeah, there are a lot of social interactions and food around the vault entrance specifically, so you
Yeah, I
can
think
always keep the
Dunker's
overhead
also
going.
running. Dunker is also running the box. Like the. So I'm wondering if Sheldon heard some gunshots.
Oh, you mean
Right.
the bait box? Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the bait box. Yeah. I'm wondering if Shell heard some shots and thought, oh, I'm gonna third party, and that's why he started to push.
Dunker's now all the way on the floor, meaning that Sheldon, who's actually
Yeah,
on
he
the
knows-
third floor now,
Yeah.
put the drop on him. Dunker playing very
What-
carefully. Now the LOS break when the ping happens, so Sheldon doesn't immediately see the cover that Dunker has. But Dunker will be a sandwich between Sheldon and Flick. This is dastardly. You do not. Yeah. Yeah, Flick knows exactly. The scientist leaving the vault right here is definitely the player. And
It used to be that it wasn't impossible to see one, but Flick getting the elim on Dunker. The question is Sheldon. Sheldon's not close, so Flick is at a major advantage to win this.
that is true. But just in terms of contest, Sheldon will have enough time to reach the car.
He will. He will.
Actually decides to sit down for a moment just to get the overhealth back up. I don't hate it, but it doesn't.
I don't hate if you know you have time. Yeah, if you know you have time, why not? Yeah.
One thing about this point is you can sort of safely approach it actually because there's a green room overlooking it with a window that you can open from the inside, and then you
Yeah,
can jump out
he's-
of that window.
He's not going that route right now, but I think we're going to see an interesting all-star here. Honest to
that-
goodness.
That is
I
very
think-
possible, yeah.
It depends on if Flick has figured out that he has all-star.
I wonder. Okay, I wonder what Flick's idea here is. He might
Flick is crossing the map, and oh, he is too.
snapping back.
Oh,
That is one of
oh.
the main Madden strategies. It is difficult to defend against if you don't know what you're doing. And I think Sheldon actually fell for it. I think
Sheldon
Flick
has-
will win this without getting the kill on
Sheldon has no chance. Sheldon has no chance to catch that. Flick
That is one
will
of the-
get the E2 win. Yep.
Yeah. That is one of the strengths of Madam C2. Is you can make cross.
That was
matches like that.
a bit anticlimactic, but really well done tactically. Good
Yeah.
job, Flick. So, everyone should have a slice of cake. Flick is going to be our winner. We will look at the point total when it comes up, but it's a foregone conclusion. Flick is going to be our winner.
Yeah, what I want to see now is how the other standings have shifted, because I don't think it's going to be this in the same order that it was.
I don't think
last
so either.
round.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But yeah, really great games today, everyone. Like really great games. Everyone really did have a great moment. We have a lot. Everyone can hold their head up high. Everyone had a really great, really great games. Regardless if you were 8th or you were 1st, everyone did great stuff today.
I think everybody could showcase like as a different talent in the game, right? We've had very creative gadget usage. We've had very creative pathing and ability usage, and just generally like mechanically very impressive fights. Some characters, like some players, like really got the most out of the weapon damage. It's a lot of different play styles coming together here.
Absolutely. Let me just look through a few things, see where we are on the point stuff, and see where we are on various things. But yeah, I think that the takeaway from today, I guess the first takeaway I really have to say is you had a point shift that took somebody from, I think at one point Flick was like in like 5th or something, right? I think he went at 5th, all the way to 1st, and to win so convincingly, right? This is a big point differential.
That
kind of shows you
really...
you're not out until you're out. You really aren't out until you're out. That's the takeaway from today.
Exactly, yeah.
We have final score. We have our final scoreboard coming up.
I mean, Flick obviously winning with the bonus points in this match, gaining him 53 points in total now, which is a wild result. Very like a lot of points.
Yeah.
And second place is Goose with 32 points. First Glitch was not quite able to overtake him. And has 29 points in third place. And Eileen with 27 coming in fourth. Sheldon with
showing.
5th. I'm sorry?
I was saying it was a good showing from Eileen today.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like it was pretty close until the very end. I think in the very end, Flick, who is actually about to join us for a winner's interview, Flick managed to get a lot of points and just create like an insurmountable lead almost. And then when Gusu Games died pretty early on, that was pretty much set.
Just to round out the rest of the scores, we had Phelp at 19, we had Dunker at 18, we had Senior Beef at 8. I want to make sure that we said Sheldon at 23. Yeah, really great. So, let me just say congratulations, Flick. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Snaps,
Thank you.
snaps. It is your first Scrims tournament victory, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm just going to say I'm taking partial credit because early on, and people can testify for me, I said Flick is good enough to win a Scrims tournament. I said it during sound clips. Said it. So I'm taking credit. I'm just kidding. You did a great job today.
Thank you for manifesting that win for me. I didn't, start off on a great footing, so I need that little boost.
Yeah. So what?
Sorry.
No, go ahead, RNG. Jump in. I'm sorry.
Turning that around, like how did you feel after the first couple of rounds? Because obviously, I think the first games in the tournament might be the most important games because it's like kind of sets the mental. At least for me, it does. So how did you feel in that situation?
I feel like I took the first few games to kind of feel out like the pace of the lobby. Because with scrims, a lot of times it's either everyone plays pretty slow or everyone's like rushing the objective at the start. So I think I just had the wrong read on like the pace of the early game. So I feel like my phase ones weren't great. And so after the first couple games, I slowed down, tried to like play around phase 2 and phase 3 a lot. And then I think that really helped propel me forward, like through the middle and into the end.
I agree. I feel like there was a gear shift from the first match into the second match, and then the third match played entirely different. So it's like the gear shifted very early, and then everyone kind of settled into a rhythm. And I think that was, I think based on what you're saying, that's reflected on what you were doing. Did you have a specific moment where you started to think, oh, I could win this?
Not really. I kind of like maybe after the what was it, the Jade Mania map?
Mhm.
It's like, oh, that was a tough one, but if I can win that, I can maybe hold my lead. But after the first couple wins, I'm still just like anyone's game really, because you can get like 8, 10, 12 point swings.
Yeah. Yeah, I think everyone was kind of calculating out how things were going and how, what would need to happen, right, for anyone to overtake Goose initially and then you later. Let me ask, did you have a favorite match today? If not a turning point match, did you have a favorite match today based on like the theme that we were doing, or was there a lobby that you felt good about because you liked the agent selection, or just tell me about that.
Honestly, the Holiday Rumble was the most fun. Just going through phase 1, running into people, teabagging them, be like, hey, you can't shoot me yet. A large thing pickpocketed me 3 times. It's like, oh, I got the gold. Oh, never mind, you got the gold. And then running into Santa haunts like right after the package, and then scanning and seeing everyone alive still. Kind of a little nerve-wracking.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet especially on Sound Eclipse, but I think like exiting the vault on that map is one of the most difficult maps to do that on.
Definitely, I think I stayed downstairs for at least a solid 5 minutes, hoping people would pick each other off.
I believe the car was called while you were downstairs still, which, I mean, is not unheard of, I suppose, but it's very rare. I don't think you called it like specifically at the terminal, right?
No, I don't think so. I think I was too scared to leave.
Who, if you had to shout out one of your other competitors as someone you were terrified of during this tournament, understanding that everybody in this crowd is terrifying in one way or another, if you had to pick one other person, who would it be?
Just one. I feel like Helene had my number for a lot of the matches. I feel like every time we fought, it was either really close or they just slaughtered me.
Helene had some really good moments. I agree with that. But yeah, was there anything that you wanted to? Did you want to shout anybody out? Did you, as the winner, want to say anything?
Happy birthday to C. Thanks everyone for still playing. We do customs on Friday nights. You can always join any skill level. Spire scrims. Scrims are still going strong too. They're a lot of fun. You like the gameplay today? Come join us. And shout out to like Goose and Orange. You stream the game pretty much every day, every other day. Feels like every day.
Yeah, I try to do it every day. Yeah. No,
right.
Thank you.
Yeah, Randy, did you have anything else? Because I've thought of every question. I've never done a winner's interview before, so I don't know if I've covered anything that we typically ask.
Obviously, this is a bit of a different tournament with different rules, and like we're not quite sure what to expect necessarily going into it. Did you prepare for this in any special way?
Maybe not specifically for the tournament, but I just generally been trying to get every character to Echelon 30. I have half the roster there now and everyone above 14, so playing every single agent or at least half the roster felt pretty natural after trying to do that.
Yeah, especially in a game where you're forced to like pick up a bunch of different characters, like at a moment's notice, really. That will certainly come in handy. And I think it showed today. You seemed very aware of what to do on any given agent.
Definitely.
You tried a lot.
I mean, you're always a threat in scrims. I think everybody knows that. Anybody who's played against you in public matches knows that you're a gigantic threat to win any game that you walk into. And so to see you, just from me, to see you get a scrims tournament win is just like it feels like you should have already had one to some extent, but it's good to see you get one. And you know how I feel about you personally, Flick. You know that my heart. I'm really happy for you.
Well, also, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but Flick actually has won before, and that was on in a duos tournament with Goose together, I think.
That's true. That was Duo's tournament. I don't count that because I was in it. It didn't happen.
He used to do a lot of heavy lifting there with his Madam plays. He taught me a lot.
There's actually another tournament coming up as well. It's called the Final Mission, and we will present it to everyone in chat and like everybody who's interested, obviously, in April. It will be played in April. Do you have like you're gonna play in the tournament? Is that correct?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that? Do you have like, what's your preparation look like? Who are you looking out for?
Probably learning how to play around goo pods. No particular reason why. No squires out there being a major scrims threat recently.
Yeah, I don't know. Could mean anyone. I'm not quite sure who you're talking about.
Exactly.
All
so
right.
I guess we can just kind of throw it to. Let me just say congratulations again, Flick. This is a well-deserved victory.
Congratulations.
And thanks to everyone. Thanks to all the players. Thanks for everyone for watching and all that. Want to bring up again, just as a quick verbal thing, the final mission. What Renji was just talking about. It is the tournament to end all Spire Scrims tournaments. So it is going to be later on it'll be in April, the latter half of April. We'll get some dates up for you in a little bit here. But yeah, Renji, did you have anything that you wanted to say before we go?
So about the final mission, it is going to be the biggest tournament to date yet. We have the most signups that we've ever had for a tournament, I believe. And also there will be a prize pool that you can earn. So if you feel like you have what it takes to win against the best players in the Sieve, sign up. We take any skill level, obviously. You just have to prove how good you are at the game. And yeah, I really hope to see as many people sign up as possible. I signed up, so I'm very excited for it.
Absolutely. So with that, let me just shout out Renji. Y'all should check him out on Twitch. Renji Man on Twitch. Absolutely, check him out. Make sure you check out all the people who played today. Some of them are streamers. Make sure you look them up. For me, I'm Jace. I don't really stream anymore, but hi. I don't really have anything to shout out or to promote. Yeah, I think we can just throw it to the end here. Renji, thank you for being a fantastic co-host. You're the best, and you're hilarious.
Thank you.
And your skill in DI and in streaming makes me sick. Yeah.
I'm sorry, what can I do?
So everyone, have a piece of cake, and we will throw it to the trailer. Thanks, everyone.
Thank
It was a
you.
great tournament.
reach and Determined 2 wins this match. And it's a draw.
Oh my god, that was
Just 2 shots. The turret will kill him if he's not careful.
Oh my god, the turret actually got killed.
Goose just needs to hit 2 or 3, well, 1 or 2 bullets. Will they find it? He missed it!
Oh, Goose.
He missed it! No way! What an insane escape from Mental there. It comes out, the shots come out, 10 seconds. Rick has to try and find this kill. Goose is just gonna run away. It's gonna be... It's gonna run out by time unless Goose... 29 HP! But no one wins! I think
it's neutralized.
I think they're just gonna... No, Soph jumps on! Oh! It's a contest. Soph has the advantage. Has a 50 HP, but walked off!
Oh, she walked off? Okay, the problem with Irish is that he's not slung around there.
Rick knows. Rick didn't see him! Rick did not see him!
Oh my gosh.
Janky gonna be going in this here. Omar hears it. And here's our aeroplane also hears it. All 4 of our last players gonna hear it. Is anyone gonna get the case here? Last aeroplane's gonna place down a turret to see if they can get any kills. I believe they managed to get both the last kills. Janky initiates with the Inders and tries to steal the case, but Rick Limit's being bounced off the map.
Oh my gosh. The bounce pad play.
It's a 1v1 Janky versus Mental. Janky does not have his Inders. Does get hit by the truck anyway. He's going to be slow. But Insane gets knocked off the map too.
The double bounce pad.